In the gospel, Jesus says, be mindful of the stick in your own eye before you worry about the splinter in the eye of another person. Good morning, everybody. My name is Ed Trevors. I'm an Anglican priest in the Diocese of Nova Scotia and Prince Edward Island. I get to serve in the fantastic parish of Christ Church, Shelburne, in the beautiful town of Shelburne, Nova Scotia, which sits on the ancestral and unceded territory of the Mi'kmaq people. And today, I want to talk to you about a trend I am noticing, especially in the news and on social media, where people are calling each other names. I'm not a fan of it. I think it minimizes anybody with something intelligent to say. But my favorite one, the favorite judgment, the favorite name that I see that's being shared is hypocrite. Hypocrite. There was a meme that went around a little while back, and in this particular, it was a meme about the Canadian Prime Minister Justin Trudeau, and in it it said, basically, who is he to talk about racial inequality when once he dressed up in blackface? Hypocrite. All right. So, right off the top, it was wrong of him to ever dress up in blackface. Never should have happened. He did it. It was wrong. But that doesn't make him a hypocrite. It makes him a sinner. It means that he did something wrong. He did the wrong thing. He would be a hypocrite if he was telling you that there is racism in Canada and that you need to change your ways and then going and dressing in blackface. I would be a hypocrite if I told you not to eat cheesecake while eating a piece of cheesecake. But what Trudeau did isn't hypocrisy. What Trudeau did was he made a huge mistake, an incredibly offensive mistake, but not hypocrisy. See, if we go into the future, holding the sins of our past against one another, then none of us are going to be able to ally with each other. None of us are going to be able to partner with each other. None of us are ever going to be able to work together because all of us have made huge blunders. The very fact that I'm talking on YouTube, I would be a hypocrite if I said, I've never sinned and you shouldn't sin. But the truth is, I've sinned a lot. I've made a lot of mistakes in my life. And my time as a minister is not about me ignoring those mistakes, but rather me trying to live past them. Me trying to, when I tell people, when I give people advice, when I offer people a reflection that maybe shines light on an aspect of life, that's not me saying, I've got it all down. That's me saying, these are some of the things that I've learned because of my mistakes. During this time of great change in our world, we're seeing more and more division amongst people. We're seeing division between conservatives and liberals, left versus right. We're seeing division along racial terms, along language barriers. We're seeing it along country of origin. We're seeing division happen all over the place. Calling each other names is not going to help anybody. Pointing at one another's past and holding it against us as though those mistakes, as though that person making those mistakes is the best that I am ever going to be, is the best that that person is ever going to be, is small-minded. It's small-minded. It's narrow. It's a narrow way of looking at the world. We are not the mistakes of our past. We are people of opportunity and possibility. We are people of strength. We are people of change. We are people of growth. We are people of purpose. We are people redeemed by God. And if we can come together recognizing just how powerful we each are, how much we can each grow, if we can come together in a time especially like this of division, of chaos, and of great upheaval and change, then we can stand together against the foe that we are all truly facing. We can stand against the foe that makes racism happen. We can stand against the foe that brings poverty to light. We can stand against the foe that allows greed to exist in our hearts. We can stand against the foe that brings hatred to the forefront. We can stand against the foe that makes us want to put another person down. We can do that together. You are not your mistakes. I am not my mistakes. God sees to that. May the Lord bless you. May the Lord keep you. May the Lord make his face shine upon you and be gracious to you. May you experience the peace of being in God's presence. May your past stay there. May you be the person that God knows you to be. May you help your brother and sister become the person that God knows them to be. Amen.